Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well. After finishing my Night of Genesis coverage, I wanted to do one or two lighter projects to give myself a bit of a break from the larger lore-based videos. One thing I've recently noticed is not only confusion from a lore perspective, but also a bit of confusion around one or two parts of the gameplay itself. I think the biggest example of this would be Onimusha 2's gift system. While the general concept is fairly easy to understand, the mechanic is surprisingly a bit deeper than one would expect at first glance. The biggest source of confusion is how some gifts are actually obtained, like the hair comb or beetle. With 125 gifts in total to be found, it's no surprise that people have trouble finding them all. So I decided to make as concise a guide as possible to find each and every gift in the game. Once again, timestamps will be in the description. Before we begin, however, I feel like I need to go over the mechanic itself, since some gifts are only available as gifts themselves from other characters, and while a select few are scripted to be received by giving certain other gifts to certain characters, others are randomly given based on a character's reaction to your gift. Characters' reactions are split into 7 ranks, each adding or subtracting alliance points with Jubei, and each rank has its own pool of items that they will give back to you in exchange. Ranks A to C increases their friendship level, with A being the best. In rare and specific cases, there are gifts that will achieve an A+ reaction, significantly boosting their friendship higher than normal, like giving character-specific equipment to the right characters, or giving the correct combination of gifts to the right character for a boost on the second gift. D-rank reactions will have the character accept the item, but actually lower their friendship slightly. Unfortunately, all 4 characters will have certain gifts and items only available from their D-rank pool of trades. Ranks E to G involve them actively refusing your gift, with G being from giving gifts that they have previously given to you, having a very big friendship penalty. Finally, all characters can also give you a fortune cookie in trades. This will happen once you've received all of the non-repeatable returns from their D-rank gift pool. The moment you get one, you know not to trade with that character again, at least not for that reaction. With that all out of the way, let's get to the gifts themselves from A to Z. Abacus. This is found within this chest within the Yagyu family house, which you can go to as early as after your first meeting with Takajo, but before obtaining Boruto. Ancient Coin. You get this from Oyu after getting a D-rank reaction from one of your gifts. Ancient Documents. During your first visit to Imasho, head to the stables and speak to this NPC. After 3 interactions, he will give you the ancient documents. Ashura Garment. A special armor piece for Heike. This can be received from Kotaro by giving him the music box. Beetle. This is among the easiest to miss. Head to the mountain path outside of Imasho until you reach this tree, then stand near it for around 15 seconds. A beetle will start crawling up the tree, which you can now pick up. Black Beer. Upon returning to Imasho from Gifu Castle, speak to this NPC in the Imasho Tavern, and he will sell you the black beer for 100 gold. Black Pill. This gift pops up in the shop on your 3rd and final visit to Imasho. Blue Parrot. This is available in the shop as soon as you come to Imasho from the Yagyu village, but will not stay in the shop after receiving the red disc from the miner. Bouquet. Upon your 2nd Imasho visit, head to the stables to find this NPC walking in and out of the area. Speak to him 3 times to receive the bouquet. Keep in mind that it will turn into the dead flowers if left in your inventory for too long. Bread. The 2nd gift in Oyu's item pool when getting a D-rank reaction. Broken Bell. This is found during a side scenario that can only be triggered if Heike likes you enough during your 2nd visit to Imasho. If he isn't initially facing away from you when giving him something, then your friendship should be high enough. He will tell you of a thief stealing money and a special item from him. Head to the stables and find this woman hiding in the corner at the far end, who will immediately run away upon talking to her. Head back to the main street to see her on the second floor balcony of the tavern. She will run again upon talking. Follow her again into the blacksmith, where she will be right by the entrance. Finally, head back to her first spot in the stables and she will relent and give you the broken bell. Immediately give this to Heike for an A+ reaction and the scenario will be completed. Giving it to him anywhere else will result in a significantly poorer reaction. Calligraphy Kit. This is in the shop list during your third Imasho visit. Cameo. You can get this from Magoichi upon getting a C rank reaction. Chalk. This is received from this NPC in the Imasho shop during your second visit to Imasho. He will express the hope that he can find a melon to give to his ailing father, and give you the chalk in the hopes that it will somehow result in receiving said melon in return. Chinese Fiddle. Give OU a C rank gift, and she may give this to you in return. Cloth. Head to the Imasho blacksmith and find it within this box. Conch Shell. This is bought from the shop during your first visit. Confetti. During your first visit to Imasho, before meeting Heike and Magoichi, speak to this NPC twice to get the confetti. Copper Coin. You can get this from Magoichi with a D rank reaction. Crown. Get a B rank reaction from OU and you may receive this from her. Crystal Ball. Upon entering the hole and reaching the basement of Gifu Castle, find this chest at the base of the spiral staircase to get the crystal ball. Deer Horn. This is received from Heike after a C rank reaction. Dice. Upon receiving the red ring, head back into the mine to find this NPC walking back and forth. Speak to him to receive the dice. Dumpling Cake. This is a possible exchange from Kotaro following a B rank reaction. Egg. This is found in the shop during your first visit. If left in your inventory long enough, it will hatch into a chick, and eventually grow into a chicken. Eventually, this chicken will lay a brown egg, hatching into a brown chick, then growing into a brown chicken. This will then lay a gold egg, hatching into a gold chick, then growing into a gold chicken. Emblem. Give Magoichi the tail of the Heike to receive the emblem. European Hat. This is received from Magoichi following a B rank reaction. Fairy Tale Book. This is found in the shop during your second visit to Imasho. Fancy Paper. Give Heike the Calligraphy Kit in Imasho to receive the fancy paper in return. Fish Rice. After a C rank reaction, you may get this from Kotaro. Folding Fan. Head upstairs to the second floor of the tavern to find the folding fan within this box. Fork. In the Agu family house, break this barrel to find this chest containing the fork. Frog. At the pond area in the Agu village, walk over here until you see a frog hopping along the ground. Interact with it to pick it up. Fudo Leg Guard. This armor piece for Heike is found in the shop during your second visit to Imasho. Fur Skin. You'll need to meet Kotaro during your first visit to Imasho for this. Outside the blacksmith, these two NPCs will appear once you've met Heike and Magoichi. Speak to one of them and they will mention Kotaro. Head upstairs in the tavern to trigger a cutscene involving Kotaro messing with a bunch of thieves before being backed up by Jubei. After this is done, head back upstairs again to find Kotaro and two other NPCs. Speak to this one 3 times to receive the fur skin. Gabishi. This weapon for Kotaro is found in the shop during your third visit. Glass. After returning from Gifu Castle, speak to this man at the stables. You'll need to leave the stables and return to make him spawn. After repeated interactions, you'll receive the glass. Globe. This gift can be found inside this chest in the Imasho marketplace. Gold coin. Also called a koban, this is found outside the gold mine. After returning to the gold mine at any time after first entering, you'll find this stray dog limping around. Continually stand in front of it and absorb whenever it stops in front of you. Doing so will cause it to wag its tail. After doing this a number of times, it will eventually walk across to the other side and start barking. interact with the spot it was barking at to find the gold coin. Gorai Shinki, a weapon for Magoichi found in the shop during your 3rd visit. Gourd. In the east area of Gifu Castle, head into this room behind the Ice Mozan. Open this chest to find the gourd. Green Parrot. This is found in the shop during your 3rd visit. Grilled Fish. This is in the shop during your 1st visit. Hair Comb. This may be one of the most elusive gifts in the game, simply because of how easy it is to miss. This can only be found during your 3rd visit to Imasho after Gifu Castle. As soon as you return, head to the marketplace and speak to this merchant who offers to listen to your problems. After talking to him around 6 to 7 times, he will give you the comb. Be warned that as soon as you speak to one of your allies in the tavern, Juju Dorma will spawn in the marketplace, causing all other NPCs to permanently vanish, rendering this gift unobtainable. So make sure you get it before heading back to the tavern. This is also the only NPC in the game with more than 3 lines of dialogue. Hair Oil. Get a B rank reaction from Kotaro to get this item. Hair Ornament. Another shop item, this one appearing during your 2nd visit. Hard Boots. This is received from Magoichi upon giving him the strategy book. Hayan Kyahan. This armor for Kotaro is received from Eke after giving him the naughty novel. History books. Yes, I'm using a collective term for all of them, since the collected history books is actually its own singular item, only obtainable by having all 10 history books in your inventory at the same time, something that you'll likely never have unless you're actively trying to get them all. Even then, there's a bit of RNG involved when trying to get 3 of them. So let's go through all 10. History Book 1 is found at the base of the stairs in Gifu Castle, inside this chest. Book 2 can be received from this NPC during your 2nd visit to Imasho. Book 3 is received from Oyu after a C rank reaction. Book 4 can be found in this chest near the entrance to the gold mine. Book 5 is in the shop during your 1st visit. Books 6 and 7 can be received from Eke and Kotaro respectively, both from a D rank reaction. Book 8 is in the shop during your 3rd visit. Book 9 requires you to meet Kotaro the same way as the first skin. After triggering his meeting during your 1st visit, head out to the 2nd floor balcony to find someone lying on the ground. Speak to him to get this book. Finally, Book 10 is found in the shop during your 2nd visit. Once you have all 10 books, they will turn into the History Books All gift. Hutengi. This weapon for Eke is found in the shop during your 3rd visit. Incense. As soon as you enter Gifu Castle, you can get incense from this chest. Kaleidoscope. This is found in a chest right next to the Abacus in the Yagyu family house. Cameo Hachimaki. This headband for Kotaro is found in the shop during your 2nd visit. Lemon. This is in the shop during your 2nd visit as well. Loaded Dice. After receiving the dice from the NPC in the mine entrance, talk to him again after returning from Gifu Castle to get the loaded dice. Love Potion. Once again, the shop during your 2nd visit. Magnetic Compass. The shop during your 1st visit. Melon. Give Kotaro the emblem to receive the melon. While this can be given to other characters as a gift, it is advised to give it back to the NPC that gave you the chalk. After doing this, he will return with his now healed father during your 3rd visit to Imasho, the latter of which will give you the orange necklace as thanks. Mirror. This is found within this chest in the gold mine. Music Box. You can get this from Eke as an A rank exchange. Giving him the sake from Kaga may also guarantee this gift. Naughty Novel. This is in the shop during your 3rd visit. Give it to Eke for by far the biggest singular friendship increase in the game. Oolong Tea. Head into the Yagyu family house and to the back rooms. Inside the tea room is a chest containing oolong tea. Pairing. You'll find this in the shop during your 3rd visit. Pandora's Box. This is also in the shop during your 3rd visit. Persian Carpet. This is received from Heike as a C rank reaction. Firangi. This sword for OU is found in the shop during your 3rd visit. Pick. After receiving the red ring, head back upstairs in the tavern and speak to this NPC, who will give you the pick. Pickled Plum. This is received from Margowichi after a D rank reaction. Pickled Vegetables. Kataro will give you this after a D rank reaction. Pipe. Head to the Imasho Tavern and out the back door. Opposite the magic mirror is a chest containing this gift. Pirate Costume. You will get this armour for Margowichi from OU after giving her the rouge. Plant Book. This is in the shop during your 1st visit. Tired of me saying that yet? Playing Cards. This is received from OU after a C rank reaction. Pocket Watch. Yet another shop item, this time on your 3rd visit. Potassium Nitrate. Not only is this a scenario specific gift, it's also the only gift outside of the unique mushroom and wonderflower that can be found more than once. Like Heike's Broken Bell, this scenario can only be triggered during your 2nd visit to Imasho, and only if Margowichi likes you enough. In the tavern, this NPC will sell you a map for Potassium Nitrate for 50 gold. Purchase it, then head to the 3 spots marked on the map inside the gold mine to find 3 pieces of Potassium Nitrate. These spots are always the same, but can only be interacted with once you've purchased the map. Give them to Margowichi to complete the scenario, who will always give you burst bullets in return for each. Raw Fish. Kataro can give this to you following a C rank reaction. Beware that it will turn into the rotten fish if left in your inventory for too long. Recorder. This can be received from OU after a C rank reaction. Red Parrot. This is in the shop during your 2nd visit, but similar to the blue parrot, will disappear from the list upon returning from Gifu. Riverfish. Possibly the hardest gift to obtain in my opinion. In the Fog Valley, head towards the river and at this point you may see a fish slowly swimming in a circle. Walk up to it and attack, causing Jubei to perform a finisher on it, netting you the riverfish. A word of warning, whether or not this fish will even spawn seems entirely luck based, and I've never managed to spawn it on entering the area after having already been there at least once as Jubei, and sometimes it may not even spawn at all. So my advice would be to save at the magic mirror immediately after your 2nd fight with Ginkenfats, and then simply reload that save if the riverfish does not spawn upon 1st entry. Rouge. This can be received from Margowichi following an A rank reaction. Sake from Kaga. You can get this from OU as an A rank reaction. Salt. This is in the shop during your 1st visit. Scarf. Heike gives you this after a B rank reaction. Silver Armour. This armour for OU can be found in the shop on your 2nd visit. Silver Coin. Get a C rank reaction from Kataro to receive this in return. Sponge Cake. This is in Margowichi's B rank item pool. Stamina Drink. This is another scenario centric gift, this time specific to Heike again, providing that his friendship is high enough. In the Oni Sacred Place, you will find an exhausted Heike in this room, asking for you to find a special drink to regain his energy. Head down the wind-powered lift and towards the number puzzle that gives you the golden key. To its left is the stamina drink. Head back to Heike and give it to him for an A+ reaction and a guaranteed tech book, providing you don't already have all 8, completing the scenario. Strategy book. Kataro can give you this after receiving an A rank reaction. Taihaki. After a B rank reaction, OU can give this to you. Taizo Mandala. During your 3rd visit to Imasho, head to the marketplace to find this drunk monk wandering back and forth. Speak to him a few times to receive the Taizo Mandala. Tale of the Heike. Give Heike the chalk to receive this book. Tea. Kataro can give this to you after a C rank reaction. Telescope. This is found within this chest on the mountain path towards the gold mine. Tengu Mask. At the Imasho stables, find this chest on the far end to get the Tengu Mask. Textile Fabrics. This is a D rank exchange from Heike. The Analects. Heike also gives you this time with a B rank reaction. Tube for Pigeon Leg, the final scenario-centric gift. With high friendship for Kotaro, head towards the side path in the Fog Valley to find Kotaro alone near the Thunder Mozan. He will mention that a carrier pigeon with a secret message has gone missing. Head to the river to find an Onimusha eating the pigeon. Defeat it and it will give you the tube for Pigeon Leg. Give it back to Kotaro to trigger a cutscene and complete the scenario. Unique Mushroom. This can only be found as a random drop from defeated Genma. This gift causes the recipient to hallucinate, and as a result, causes their ranked reaction to be entirely random, though you will still receive something in return. Vodka. This is found in the shop during your first visit. Wasabi. This can be found in the Yagyu family house. Head to the back garden and interact with the far corner to find the wasabi. Watermelon. You can get this from Heike after a C rank reaction. Western Boots. These boots for Magawichi can be found in the shop during your second visit. Wind Bell. You can get this from Magawichi after a C rank reaction. Wine. This can also be received from Magawichi after a C rank reaction. Wonder Flower. This final gift can be first found in the shop during your first visit. Other Wonder Flowers can be received as randomly dropped items from defeated Genma. Giving this as a gift will cause the recipient to black out, forgetting the last exchange you had with them, as well as the effect it had on their friendship level. Basically, it's a good situational tool to make a character forget an interaction that lowered their friendship. And that's the lot. Every gift in Onimusha 2 and how to get them. Hopefully this helped clarify things in some way. Some of these gifts are stupidly easy to miss, so the confusion surrounding some of them is entirely unsurprising. One last thing I'd like to mention is the elusive fossilized bone. 3 of these bones exist and can only be received as gifts. If you want to get your hands on the black necklace, which turns every attack into an automatic critical at the expense of half of your current health, you'll need to get your hands on all 3. To do so, you'll need to give Heike, Magawichi, and Kotaro gifts that elicit a B rank reaction. You can receive 1 bone from each. Just stack your gifts and pray to RN Jesus. With that, I'll sign off here. If you're a fan of Onimusha content, then feel free to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more. I would very much appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. Danish out.